podcast, and we're here today to discuss one really kick-ass match between Paul Preston and Ben Bateman. I had two fabulous kick-ass ladies here with me today that are much more superior than these competitors. So tell me, Kelsey, Mel, hit it.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. As you know, I am excited for this match. As one of the resident Team Bateman girls here, I am excited to root for our boy. But it's also hard because I also love Paul. But I have Bateman going to the finals, so I'm excited to see him go to the finals. So
okay, personal brackets aside, Kelsey. Nobody is here. I do not approve of this horrible betrayal. Mel?
Well, I have Ben winning, so this is my match. If he goes down, I'm done. So I have to root for Ben, even if I wasn't Team Bateman, which I am.
Gosh, I'm amongst a group of traitors.
Somebody has to support him. You all hate him so much. He needs to have somebody there in his corner.
You know what? I am in this corner because he's in my personal fantasy league bracket, and I need these fucking points. And so I want him to win, but I also want him to fucking lose because fuck me. Because he's a traitor. And you two are all sorry. Oh, actually, you two are all the traitors. So anyway,
we're the favorite children. We're the favorite daughters right now.
Ben Bateman's best friend in the entire world. So I mean, come on, how?
That's probably why I hate him. I'm actually like the number 2. Bateman is number 1. There's photos of him everywhere in our house, casually. He's like the 3rd member of our marriage. For sure. # Lucas. But yeah, so we are here today to discuss this really awesome match between really kick-ass rookie competitor. I know I keep saying kick-ass, but it's just true.
It's true.
Paul Preston, he has been, I don't know about rookie of the year, but he's been quite a standout rookie. Kelsey, what have you been thinking of Preston so far his like what is like 5 matches total? I want to say 4.
Preston is amazing. Like I said, it kills me to have to root against him with Ben, but if it was anyone else, I'd be 100% behind Preston because his knowledge like surprises me. Like every single time I see, like, what was it? Who said it? Like nobody likes that category. Nobody. Right. And he kicked ass. He dominated.
Yeah, it's such a hard category. I mean, it's just so vague.
Yeah.
Who said it? Not only in singles teams, but also in IG. I can't even imagine being in that category. It's fantastic. Mel, I know you have traitor's behavior, rooting for Bateman today. But I mean, that personal stuff aside, how do you feel about Preston going into this match?
I'm worried. I'm real worried because he is tough. And I will say, when Preston first came into the Schmoedown, he had a very Josh McCouga feel to him. And I thought, oh, he's going to be this like wacky guy that like everyone loves, but that no one really takes seriously. But he's very, very good. And he's very, very scary. So as the one rooting for Ben to go all the way, this is a very scary moment.
You know what? Being scared can be a good thing. Fear is a wonderful motivator.
It can be fun. Yeah,
absolutely. When it comes to not only, just trying to find new ways to challenge yourself as a competitor, but I'm really looking to see some of these guys really up the ante in terms of their interviews, their befores and afters, and I really want to see. These are 2 obviously just really great characters overall. I mean, the powder keg. Come on. It's so cool. Right? I mean,
he's definitely sold some protein powder with his entrances. That is for sure.
It's so good. It's so good. I love it for sure. Now, Mel, I know it's like Mel in particular. Obviously you both are Team Bateman, obviously. However, something I really want to talk about is that, being that he is a traitor, he also is a former heel. He is a former awesome guy. So, pun intended. However, he's really toned down a lot of his intimidation tactics since joining the Horsemen, obviously. Do you think his little bit of his heelness might be coming out when he's coming up against such a really good competitor. He's really going to up the ante in terms of his attitude with this match.
I absolutely agree that Ben's heel persona has been creeping back in little by little, match by match. Just even like small things like even small things like waiting towards the last minute to answer, which is like a little thing, but it's just kind of adding up and adding up and adding up. And like I've said all along, he's going to come back and it's going to happen. And I think, Kelsey, you've noticed as well that he's been changing a little bit. And maybe he's coming back to the dark side again.
Yes. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? No.
Please come back, Ben. I miss you over here. No, I definitely seen it. He has been taking his time. He also is getting a little bit almost more like snappy when he like, you know what I mean? Like when things aren't going quite his way instead of just sitting there keeping his cool. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely, I see Team Action, the boss, showing up a little bit more, and I'm hoping that just gets stronger and stronger and Team Action reunites maybe.
You know what? Mel, Kelsey, you have some people in the chat that are agreeing with you, really rooting for Ben and to let his inner feelness pop up. We have Will McLean. Thanks for commenting. There's hope for Ben yet. Absolutely. I really want Ben to, come to the dark side. Admit your destiny. You're meant for something more than to be a horseman.
You're too good for the horseman.
Special. Oh, sorry, Sadi. I'm so excited to see you here coming up in spectacular. What? But yes, I'm pretty excited to see how this match goes too. And you guys, how have you guys avoided spoilers up until now? I personally haven't been on Facebook all that much over the past few days, and I forgot this match was coming up. So this is a wonderful surprise. So how have you come up with spoilers?
Well, I've yelled at the generals chat and told them, like, I'm reacting. Don't mess this up for me. So they've been pretty good about it. And then just avoiding social media. Trying to stay out of Schmoedown groups.
Yes. Yes. I threatened to murder James Spence. So that pretty much cut everything off right there.
I just want everyone to know, Action Cat is in.
Action Cat.
I swear.
Also, shout out to Lucas who made this possible. Who made this stream possible.
Thank you.
Everyone give Lucas a round of applause.
Lucas deserves all the credit for being able to see our beautiful faces right now.
Thank you, my husband, who's helping me get through this tech thing. I've been personally hosting an episode in quite some time, so there's some changes made, and so I had to do some problem solving. So thank you to my lovely husband. We also have some other people. Justin Square, you're very new to the chat, so thank you so much for commenting.
Well, that's impressive.
Bracket still perfect. How did you? How have you got this far? Who
did you take, Justin?
Secrets. Who did you bribe?
Who did you your soul to? For sure. And Mel, I was like, Kelsey, how have your brackets been over the past few weeks? Were you guys been on for a while? Are you doing a plan?
I'm not even looking at it anymore. It makes me sad. So. It's garbage now.
And absolutely.
It is.
Action Cat.
Action Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bracket is no good other than like Ben. Ben is the only highlight of
Ben is the only
my bracket.
thing I'm holding on to.
Everything else has been down the toilet.
Ben is the only one remaining in the singles tournament that's on my fantasy league. So I need some points. As much as I hate to say it, I do need the points. So I kind of want him to win, but I also want him to lose. Quite a conflict. Eric said I'm 9-1 in my bracket. Woo!
Wow, that's pretty good.
One spot. It's so impressive to see some of these fans really kick ass for their brackets. It's amazing, man. Okay, so before we get started by actually watching the reaction itself, just want to let you know this is going to be filled with 1,000,001 spoilers. We're going to react live to this. So if you haven't seen it, go away or please actually watch along. It's going to be on the screen. So
yep, it's going to be on screen.
Yeah. Funny how that happens, right? But also at the very end, this is live and we're going to be doing a little schmo bait. A schmo bait. So it's going to be, it's an awesome little Schmoedown focus debate towards the end. And these two lovely ladies do not know the question I'm going to be asking them. But everyone in the chat, I'm actually asking you guys, who we should vote for, personal vendettas and everything aside. I really want to know what you guys think of Schmo base. You're listening for sure. Vote for Chelsea and vote for Mel. And also, we're going to be posting who you guys should vote for on Twitter as this episode progresses. So please go on Twitter. And when the time comes, vote for who you think deserves best. Calm down. Calm down. The episode has fully started. Pull it together, Mel. Oh my God. Okay. Roka's why we can't have nice things.
Truth.
100.
Roka ruins everything. It's established.
Vote for Eric.
Okay, perfect. So we are going to go ahead and get started with this reaction. Again, please watch along. All right. And
it always feels close up there until you hear someone say
it is so good. He impresses me so much.
You're so talented.
Great.
You're Brendan. And you're impressive brain. It's growing.
Boo.
Damn it, I love Bibbs.
Sorry, I
Bibbs
had to
is
do
the
standard
best.
booing, Roka.
Our interview with him, oh my gosh, I adore Bibbs so much.
This guy lives in the bathroom.
Kaiser.
Who do you think he's talking about? Gucci?
Hey.
Oh, R&B.
Oh. Hey, Captain.
Come on, Internet.
Hey, how you
That's what I was doing to me last episode.
Not here for them.
Listen, I can respect what you did when you were the commissioner of the league. And I actually was very fascinated with this nuke move you got going on.
It's pretty genius, isn't it?
Pretty genius. And it's also going to
Brilliant. That's what
backfire
it
in your
is.
face.
Brilliant.
Because I manage the champion of the world, Primetime Paul. I'm about to manage the next IG champion in the world, Smasher. You know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And after that,
Oh, and Gareth says, by the way, I vote for
Alexi.
Alexi.
You know he wants
So, Garth,
Where'd the X
We
come
have a
from?
name now, Melissa. It's official.
why is my internet effing up? That's what I really want to know. Come on.
I wonder if it has something to do with being in the StreamYard because it was doing the same thing to me and it never does.
Internet. Let's see. What's going on? Oh, wait. Lucas to the rescue.
Lucas.
This is my babe.
We can turn it down to really garbage quality.
Yeah, I mean, we're live right now. We're literally live. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
You do what you gotta do.
Yay, troubleshooting on the spot.
I'm going to take McQueenie, and you're going to be left with that other guy. I can't remember his name.
Dude, let me just say something.
I mean, that's good enough for me.
You
Is
can
it good
talk
enough for you
all
guys?
you want,
Good
right?
enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as I can read the questions, I'm good.
So,
Man, by the way, a guy who's going to.
And
Who do you
Dane.
think
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
who do you think Kaiser takes with his number one pick? Paul or Smets?
Families forever. And you, my friend. I admit your name's
I mean, I
on-
know my personal choice,
And your name is
but I'm not Kaiser.
I don't-
Kaiser's got bigger game in his mind.
Bitch, what's going on here? I'm ready to punch a baby. Flippity fuck.
I would pick Smets if it was me.
Well, I would
But-
too.
Just for, I mean, like, because they're gonna go through with this whole point system, I can see
Mhm.
going with Smets. I'm gonna try doing a little bit more because this really sucks.
Yeah, well, it's not one of our episodes unless we have tech problems. So
Agreed.
my vision.
Oh my gosh. I apologize, guys, for the very blurry screen.
husband on this episode, we inherited the curse of his bad internet.
And I think you're right, Garth. The Batman curse of Bateman curse of internet.
Internet.
You're 100 Batman, Bertman, whatever. Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
The point is, bad internet is everywhere.
Yep. So good. I hear it for like 2 seconds. And I'm already like, yeah.
My gosh.
Ken's on the desk.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting anxiety right now. What's going on? This was perfectly fine earlier today.
Like I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I am hooked up, and I had problems last episode when I was hosting.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do some troubleshooting. We might have to like start this over or something because this is not accessible.
This is not C2A quality entertainment right now.
First of all, Garth, did you see Preston kiss Ben or did you miss it? What kiss? We missed it.
We missed the kiss?
No. Oh my gosh. What's going on here? I'm gonna try reworking it.
Oh my goodness.
I have no idea what's happening. I put on the lowest setting. If you're in the group chat right now, please answer our questions. I can't.
Yeah, tech support. Can somebody please assist?
I don't know what's happening. It's not playing. Okay. You know what? I'm going to try exiting out of it, create a new tab. We're going to do some troubleshooting. Okay. In the meantime, Kelsey, Mel, I'm going to do some troubleshooting and please be really cool and entertaining while I'm away for a minute.
Okay, Mel. Well, you know what you and I are good for? Ben praising.
Well, that is like better than what I thought you were going to say.
We are a family show. We're not going there.
No. No.
All right. So we both have been going to at least the finals. I don't have him winning it. However, the person I had beating him is unfortunately, it was Janine, and she didn't make it through that round. So that would mean my new bracket would have Mike beating Bateman. I think reworking my bracket based off of just where we are right now, I have been taking it now. So this is an important match. So if he loses, then I have to freaking rethink this again.
Yeah. Well, I had Ben versus Riley, I believe. So from that side of the bracket,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to go against the kid. Like, he was so impressive. So it's hard to go against him.
Anybody will struggle against the kid. Like, whether Paul gets this or Ben does, like, seriously, the kid could easily go to the finals. And it would not surprise... He could take the whole thing, and that would not surprise me. There would be no shock.
Yeah.
There's no bracket busting and be like, okay, yeah, I could see that happening.
Agreed. Well, I'm very, very curious about this kiss that Garth is talking about.
I know, right? I heard the...
There it is.
I'm interested as well.
There he is.
You have good internet.
Oh, and he's back to the V-neck shirt. Ben, come on.
He can work the V-neck shirt.
I swear. And he's next
That
to
would establish he pulls off everything just fine. However, what would be really nice if it was, a call to action shirt. Hint, hint.
That's right.
We
Call
need to send
to
him
action.
one. We need to send both guys a call to action shirt. I'm calling that right now. They need one.
Agreed.
I mean, there are disgruntled stepdads, are disgruntled, broken up dads, but it's fine. They can have matching shirts, and maybe we'll bring them together.
Usually this disgruntled parent is the one that gives you the best gifts. So, he's... There
it is. There it is.
And I'm going to hang out with Ben in Orlando. Where's Drew? Why isn't Drew coming to visit me in Orlando?
The powder keg, Preston and I, and Mark Baby.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Some guy named Ken
I currently have no idea.
He's on the desk.
Schmoedown legend.
We'll figure it out. Otherwise, we're going to discontinue this episode until we do figure it out. And someone else can. That's okay. It's a call to action. And we have effed up internet, but who doesn't?
It is true. We inherit it from our stepdad or dad. She's our real dad. Mike is our stupid
Cry. I want to cry on.
serious
While streaming.
competitors know that glory is just over that them dar hill.
Beautiful lady.
We've got two competitors looking to.
Oh, right. And so we're going to play along.
There
All
you go.
three of us going to
Scotty
play
was
along,
Ben
right?
Bateman, and knew that
Yes, and you can see
Yeah.
how bad I am at trivia.
is a veteran.
You say that. You say you're back. I'm like, can someone else try doing it?
Mm.
I really don't. I don't know.
can try, but I had the exact same issue last time.
I have no fucking clue. Yeah, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for the crew, so we can all have better internet. Yes, please donate.
Back to Danny.
We're gonna get a link up here pretty soon. So yeah, okay, we're gonna start this whole thing over. Okay, and I guess we're gonna try to come back here in a little bit. Maybe someone else can try streaming from their place or something like that, because nothing is happening on my end. So I have no clue.
I mean, if you want to try it on mine first before we call it quits, I can pull it
No,
up.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. So in that case, I can pull it. And can you pull it up right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it'll let me screen share.
This is so weird.
Tab.
This is so fucking weird. Oh well, okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, this window is the only thing experiencing slowdown, nothing else. And he's literally in the next room. I exited out everything else. Nothing else is open.
Schmoedown. Let's see.
Okay. This is actually a really great time to talk about. We have some awesome new projects coming up, by the way. Yes, that is, you're 100% correct. StreamYard is messing up. But also we do actually have some really cool stuff going on here over the next few weeks. We're going to be doing a horror thriller exhibition match here pretty soon. We're actually actively in the process of auditioning some competitors that are from a variety of different groups and everything. Do you want me to try adding it right now?
Let's see.
But a lot of it, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna speed test and see UMPS. Yeah, if we do that, we're gonna have to like all do it. And that's gonna be a fucking process. That's something I definitely plan on doing here pretty soon. Do you want me to try adding it now?
Yep, we can try it. I'll try to get it towards around the spot where it.
I mean, this guy, I don't think he still respects me.
I feel like Kaiser's like low key, like an older, more mature cousin of Makuga. If that makes sense. If Makuga went into the mafia or something, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How's the volume?
Okay, everyone pray together. Pray together. Let's make this happen. Continue.
Preston and I, and Mark Baby Carousel, is joined by some guy named Ken Knapsack, minor league.
Some random dude.
Schmoedown legend.
Galaxy far from
Happy
away.
to be here, Mark. That's everything you just said was a lie, but I enjoyed it anyway. Happy to be here. I love tournaments. I was never good at tournaments. The only tournament I won was how fast and which candidate was to get rejected by the cheerleader in high school. And I won it every year, 4 years running. But this
Poor
is a tournament for a
Ken.
different kind of crowd.
I love him. He's fantastic. I really do.
I know.
Have you heard whispers that he's going to be coming back to Star Wars League?
Just over that them hill. And
That
we
would
have
be
two
dope.
players looking to, one, I think, establish himself like the player he always thought he was. That's Ben Bateman, and knows deep down that he is. And then another one who is a
And did grow his beard back. Thank heavens. His dimpled chin is like the rival Tom Selleck. It's up there. It's up there. Did you?
I feel like that was a I was gonna say I bet it was a Grace decision. The beard.
Yeah, it seems like a Grace decision to me.
Like if I were the girlfriend, that would be a Grow it back, hun.
Oh yeah, I'm a lady that loves a man to have some a little bit of scruff on him, but mostly because it like scratches my face whenever he like kisses me or like does anything, and I'm like, ah.
He has a fire pit. He can afford a fire pit. That's how long he's been around, and he's a good, calm guy.
Grace. Well, good. Good. I hope so.
Taste
She is an amazing human being, and I support her.
performer and a trivia veteran. He runs trivia shows around town. That if he's like, oh, it's right there, you know, and the hats start mounting up.
Okay, speaking of the scroll that's scrolling past, you people need to go and buy some tickets because they need to get up to the 500 so we can have that fatal four-way. It needs to happen. So
It's also
go buy
well, I
tickets.
saw your little hashtag there.
Bateman.
I saw it right there. What was it? Yeah.
If you want to erase the little off part, I could endorse it.
There you go. I'll be more specific.
Team Bateman. Team
There
Bateman.
you go. There you go.
Well, let's see
Bam!
what each member
Whammy.
of the faction had to say pre-show.
Okay.
Oh.
Ben Bateman will move on into tournament.
Gosh.
Coming up next, no slouch. Oh.
Everybody show up for the exit strategy that he's got for leaving the tournament, all right, when he takes on the powder keg.
That is such a great nickname. I don't care what kind of competitor you are or whether it be what league it is. That is a great nickname.
It is pretty great, and it fits him well.
It's a good nickname.
It does. He works it.
Yeah, he has to sell it.
The powder keg is no joke. Becoming one of these
He is no joke.
No fucking joke indeed. Okay.
I don't know who this guy is. What's his name? Preston Wilson or something?
As
a rookie,
Roca, boo!
Boo, Roca. Ben, what are you doing,
Sorry,
Roca?
why are you booing just one of them? Boo all of them. They're all
No,
twerp.
boo, Ben.
I was like, and
Ben's great. Dagnino's great.
two of them are wearing hats.
Roca's the problem there.
Okay, if you're supporting Bateman, you're supporting Roca by extension. I just want you to know that.
Not if he's going to betray Roca at some point. I mean, like, come
How likely is that going to happen at this point?
after the nuke. I don't know.
You would have betrayed him by now. If he
The potential in this guy. So he needs a belt around his waist.
Oh,
I'm
Dagnino.
sorry, you're not going in for a belt, Roca?
I don't care. Like
God.
me, you don't like me, who you rooting for. All I know is when I walk out here today, I'll be one step closer to that belt. One step closer.
Get out of here, Mel. Look at Jesus.
Besides, I want him to get far and win because then I can watch him play live in Orlando, which would be nice. So,
Okay, so Saudi says, at this point, I just really want Ben versus KO in the finals for this tournament. Can you imagine if that was a oh god, that'd be amazing. Imagine if that was a live match.
it'd be so good.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably cry. We get another makeout session? You know there? That's good. The man knows his
That
angle.
was adorable.
I appreciate that for sure. Okay.
All right, well, Ken, like I said, the guy with the fireplace, which news to me, the guy who actually
Fire
has
pit,
a
yeah.
way for Santa
Fire pit.
Claus to come. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
fire pit. He has a nice backyard. This is
Mel, Kelsey, who is an announcer that you really wish you would see more at the desk?
Honestly, probably my new favorite person at the desk is Danielle Rathford. Oh my gosh, I can't say her name.
Redford?
Yeah. I want her all the time. She is smart. She is funny. She is just so infectious on the screen. I'm like, I honestly have sometimes a hard time paying attention to the match because I just want to hear what she has to say.
She's amazing.
And so I want her on the desk a lot more. I would love to see her come more often.
You have good
Yeah.
taste. I agree with you 100%.
And Garth agrees with you, Kelsey. I'm gonna stick with the Screen Junkies, and he's not a regular, but he has been on the desk before. Joe Starr is so funny. He has such a good personality. I would love to see him becoming a semi-regular.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong. I mean, that's a really great suggestion. I really wish we saw more people from Screen Junkies on there. Action movies, adventure, Harrison Ford movies. So both movies.
How about Ben Bateman? What is that young man good at?
Bateman strings
Okay, you're stretching a little
Looking
bit.
good and
Because
That's
that's
right.
not true. You're stretching that suit. That suit is clearly small. You clearly got it from Zara. The
He's
men's
been working
Who said
out.
he gets them from
He's
Zara?
been
sexy. It's clearly too small. If you're gonna get a suit, get a
I'm not saying
suit.
it's too small, but somehow he makes it work.
It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. A little bit of southern twang.
Let's
Out of the
see.
accent there. That's
Absolutely.
what happens when I hit the tequila before noon. Pen Knapsack will be doing the intro.
Okay, pen's ready, guys.
Pen's ready.
Bam.
Here we go. Introducing first. With
Woo!
I love his entry music.
This reminds me of
This
school, like just straight up school music. I just remember like going off the diving boards to this.
the movie guys. Oh, Preston.
What?
What?
Bibs!
Bibs!
Oh, the club. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see.
The kid.
This is good. I like it.
It's so cute. I love it.
Oh.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh my
Solid
gosh, he's wearing
entrance.
a blazer. That's so weird.
Where's the protein? There it is. He's got it.
The answer you're looking for is satisfaction. Movie with a still relevant Bateman.
That was a great entrance. I
That was
bet
a good
Bibs,
entrance.
I bet Bibs came up with it. That's why he was in it.
Probably.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, is that a Bibs entrance?
Aren't they all? Here we go.
You know, Preston definitely took advantage of Bibbs's entrance office in the back.
Their record of 6 wins and 5 defeats.
I'm shaking my booty in excitement.
And accompanied to the ring by at least one of them.
You guys, I also want to know from you guys as well, you know, how you guys did. If you guys played along, I mean, what was your scores? I mean, how did you guys play? Did I get it wrong?
I don't keep count.
I'll try and keep count this time. I usually don't because I'd like to be in denial about it, but I will.
Yeah,
Loser!
pretty much.
Don't even make up with the camera. You're not Brad Pitt. Get out of here. Merle, what the fuck you been?
Merle's here. Ooh,
Get out, Merle.
nice.
Jaws my ass.
Whispering last words of wisdom or asking Ben $10.
That's actually a low number. Ken, you better call this man. Could someone help Abe Simpson yelling at the clouds over there?
We will get to the rules of round number 1. Gentlemen, this is the Ultimate Schmoedown. It is a playoff format. The winner advances to round 3. The loser goes home. However, it plays like a normal round number 1, 2, and 3. In round number 1, you're going to hear 8 questions. These questions are asked to the field of competitors. They come from
I did.
You did? All right, perfect.
Well, I
Each question's worth 1 point. There's no penalty for
yeah,
missing questions.
I didn't send the link. I just said to
Number 1. As soon as we ask
post
the
it.
question, about 15 seconds, so write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard.
So I just got an iPhone, so I just barely got the app of the game, and I can't get past round 3. So
For me, like I go through them pretty quickly, but there's a lot of the questions are super repetitive. Like, you know all the answers, like after playing like 5 matches. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
except for Star Trek, no matter how many times I get the same questions, I do not remember the answers, and so I still get them wrong.
IG is a totally different situation. And David Joy says, and I quote, my favorite jokes are old man Roga jokes.
Yeah,
Agreed.
we need lots of old man Roca jokes.
Yes.
That's for sure.
My favorite joke is John Roca just being himself because he is
a
a
walking
joke. He is a walking joke. That's
Yeah,
right.
you're supporting him by extension, Melissa.
No, I'm not. I'm supporting the
Remember
person.
We're
You're
supporting Ben.
Supporting him by extension.
Ben is our friend. We have to support him.
Not.
Even if he
I've
makes
never
poor life
spoken to him,
choices, we still
so
need to support him.
he's not my friend. But
Well, he's my friend.
Action adventure. Okay.
Shia LaBeouf and Michelle.
oh,
I like that LaBeouf kid. You see him on that Hot Wing show with that.
Oh, wait,
I know this.
Poster. Shoot.
I don't go near Hot Wings
5, 4,
after my incident.
3, 2, One pen
Oh.
down. Look for answer. Starting with.
I didn't have it.
Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye.
Yeah.
Eagle Eye.
I would like to find this one.
Think of the great Eagle
I had I in my mind, but I could not remember the other part.
All right, Garrity played back in Naps like in the 90s.
Nope.
Your next
I thought I started the nest. I was way off.
earlier in the 1980s. These are 80s movies. And your question: in what 80s comedy do Bill Murray and Harold Ramis enlist in the army? Kind of like our. We got a Murray Ramis thing going on. Who's who? That's for the audience.
I remember this. I remember this. I remember this.
Excited. I think I'm gonna miss this one.
4,
Category
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Paul.
Excited you miss any category. I get divorced if I don't get this one. Stripes.
Stripes it is.
Stripes.
I also had stripes.
Stripes it is.
Great performance by John Larroquette in that movie.
John Larroquette. We should do nice for talk here. Question 3 comes in the category of dramas. Dramas. Who played the lead role of Carol Aird in 2015's Carol? Harry Anderson.
Look, my football team just won.
As far as I know, a movie about lesbians with no lesbians.
3,
So I've seen it.
2, 1. Pens are down. Look for answer. Starting with Ben.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett.
Katie.
Blanchett.
Finally.
These gentlemen are perfect
Gosh,
so
my
far
time is
with
running out.
with animated movies drawn
Oh,
by
God.
hand or on a computer.
Oh gosh.
Rip it up.
Tony Hale
I didn't see.
voices the sport that Woody tries to rescue.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh,
You see any of these Toy Story?
I've never seen Toy Story, but I'm really good at the game.
what's his name?
California Adventure.
I know like a million and one things he's in.
No, you just can't get bored. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know how to do that.
Pens are down. Paul.
Forky.
That is correct.
Forky.
Bam!
I practiced the Toy Story in the shower. All right.
This is the best I have ever done. This is usually my point average for the whole match.
Category of crime, pictures of glorified criminals. First question. Johnny Depp played real-life gangster Whitey Bulger in what 2000 film?
History about Whitey Bulger.
This is a pure guess.
Oh wait.
I have the first word. I don't know the-
Awful.
So I did not see this movie for sure.
2, 1. Pens are down. Looking for answers starting with Ben.
Black Bass.
That's correct.
That's all
I got the first word right. I put black tails, not
Me
black
too.
man. That's what I meant.
I just got
Public Enemy came out like.
That was the right movie. I just got the wrong name. It's a TV show. And stars. Damn it. Ha 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 ha.
Ha, 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 ha.
What comedy franchise features the bumbling Inspector Clouseau?
Gusto?
I'm fumbling. I'm sorry for my intro today. I just said that.
What are you talking? The
More on
kids
top
love
of
you.
the game.
I would dare say all the YouTube comments are positive in your direction.
3, 2,
Inspector
1.
Clouseau?
And look for answers starting with Mr. Paul Preston.
The Pink Panther.
That's correct.
Pink
sir.
Panther.
The Pink Panther.
Thank God. I am like doing awful. And we're at 6 and 6 right now, guys.
I'm only 1 point behind.
Like
This
really
never
good.
happens.
2 questions away from
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed.
across the board. Can they get their next question in the world of horror thriller?
Absolutely. Question. That sounds like me practice for the Boardwalk game. Question 7.
How does that sound effect go again, Kelsey?
Huh?
Who directed 2000 The Gift?
Oh, I was talking to somebody about this movie. I haven't seen it though.
They love you. They're over me.
I haven't gone to YouTube.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. I don't even know who to guess.
5.
He's an actor. He's really good. He's really good.
We got one for Ben. Who directed 2015's The Gift?
Yeah, they're big nap suckers. They've kind of accepted that I'm here and like I have to be here.
Someone is.
Any minute now.
Yeah. 5.
Things going well otherwise.
4. I cried laughing. 2, 1. Pens down. Looking for answers starting with Ben Bateman.
Joel Edgerton.
That's correct.
Oh.
Recently,
Yeah,
Very good pool.
I've not seen that movie.
it's a great movie. It's
It's a
terrifying,
Roman movie.
scary. It's a really great thriller. I think it's on Netflix.
And boy, does because this one warmed my heart. We think the crowd's going to love it. This is a very special Patreon question we have today because we are wishing a happy wedding anniversary to Dana Jacoby and Victoria Laquiza. This one is for Dana and Victoria. This
That's so
question
cute.
is an anniversary gift
Cutie.
from Victoria's husband, Dana. So happy anniversary to Dana and Victoria. May they live happily ever after. Ken, any advice for the lovebirds?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Get a good lawyer. Don't
Knapsack.
don't let Mark Ellis sleep on your couch ever. And,
Why not?
Just celebrate the good times.
I need a place to crash. Are they from up in Canada? We'll figure out where they live. I'll be playing in that city.
PG show, Ken. PG show.
Thank you both for supporting the show and happy
This is a lovely present, but for future reference, I like diamonds.
where I'm married.
Get my name in Schmoedown in any way, and I'm yours forever. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Say the following quote: "I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further." Who's he talking to?
Well, for me,
I don't know. Star
Oh
Wars.
my god.
There is a
Oh.
dark Ken Knapsack past where you've been married.
This is embarrassing. Like, I need a lot of the answers.
One pens are down for perfect rounds for both competitors. Paul Preston.
Lando Calrissian.
We got a perfect
Woo!
round.
I only got the first name.
I
I'm gonna count it.
I
down.
look like
First name.
I had no clue. I was thinking
Oh, boy. Perfect round. 8-8. Look at that. So now we move to a bonus question, and this question.
Good job, Kelsey.
It's Star Wars. I'm just kidding. Star Wars is such a deep cut now. I rarely get them right anymore.
Write down your best attempt at an answer. Ken, you have the honor, and it doesn't look like we're straying too far from the fantasy side.
2 perfect round ones. Damn.
90s. Oh, I'm just getting told from the booth. This
What do you
was
got?
Ben Bateman's first perfect round.
Go Ben!
Nothing not true.
All right,
He's getting you
Okay, you know-
fantasy points.
You know what, Lucas? I don't appreciate you, okay? Whatever.
Oh.
Me.
Go, Ben.
Movie was the tagline. Which 90s movie has the tagline "Protecting the Earth from the Scum of the Universe"?
All right, that was probably the longest read of a bonus with your fun little tidbit in there. Your fun little. I opened a chocolate bar and
Technically, you should, even if you get this point right, you do not get the point because unless you have a perfect round.
Coming down for Paul. Which 90s movie has the
It's on our mind.
tagline, "Protecting the Earth from the Scum of the Universe"?
All right,
I don't know. I guessed.
Galaxy Quest?
I don't know, but I love that movie. I love
Yeah,
Galaxy.
that's great. That's it.
They have an Arby.
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Paul Preston.
Men in Black.
That's what I put.
Correct.
Yes!
Great. Yes.
I did Independence Day. I had it in my head, and I just went the other way.
Look at you guys.
And just want to confirm, Kelsey, technically you cannot get the point.
I know. I circled it.
And it hurts
To
my
show
heart.
that I got the point by doing
You deserve the point.
Round number 2.
I know.
Hurting my
I
heart.
know.
Look at that. Our winner
It's circled. It's marked. I didn't really get it, but I wanted to mark it.
You know what? You should.
category contains 4
I'm proud.
You should be. That is a hard question. I should. Those quote. Who said it? Quotes. I mean, quotes, obviously, are so difficult.
Stealing is available.
Now, Kelsey, Mel, if you guys had Mel play first, if you were a competitor, what would be your 2 strengths?
My 2.
My what?
Your 2. If you were a competitor, what strengths would you have? 2 strengths.
Via con Dios, Patrick.
Probably family.
Probably
films,
rom-coms.
Animated.
Animated and family films. I can
Probably
see that.
rom-coms and MCU, but that's inner geeked.
Harry
Can I-
Potter.
Comic book movies.
Superhero movies?
Mhm.
Oh, it's Harry Potter movies. It's considered technically a category in singles now.
True, because Paul Yamaha. Yeah, I probably Harry Potter then. Harry Potter and rom-coms would probably be.
I respect that absolutely. Oh!
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 Spinner's choice. Dang.
Okay, what is he gonna go with? Action movies? Oh,
Directors.
He didn't list directors as technically as a strength at the very beginning of this episode. It was action movies, adventure movies, and Harrison Ford movies.
Mhm.
So what the flippity fuck? But I know it's been a strength in his previous episodes. So
Yeah. I kind of don't even know what his weakness is, really. I don't feel like he really has one.
Question
We have yet to discover it.
We have yet to discover it.
Director Oscars for the classic films Mr. Deeds Goes to Town and You Can't Take It With You.
I don't know those movies. Garth says his two strengths would be comic book movies, not just MCU and DCU, of course, but also James Bond. Ooh.
Bond would be my weakness. I would not be able to answer a single question.
I was going through spy movies in general, and I realized I've seen like maybe 5 total spy movies.
I've seen
I'm
maybe
gonna say
2.
B.
I'm gonna go with Frank Capra. What was it?
He got it.
What was it?
All right.
I didn't hear it.
What
Well, motherfucker.
actor
That's not good.
director of 2018?
Oh, that was
Oh.
easy.
Yeah.
Are we writing?
Woo!
Oh, Jonah Hill.
To feel his way around the category. 3-point lead for Paul Preston.
Yeah, third question out of 4. How many theatrical features have been directed by Kevin?
Ooh, that's a good
I
question.
don't know. I'm just pulling a number.
20 seconds on that one.
See if I can look.
I'm gonna go with 5.
For a steal, Ben Bateman.
3?
I put 3.
Because I can think of 2 off the top of my head, but
Wolves, the postman, an open
Yes!
range, open range,
3.
2-point steal.
Ooh.
Ben
Awesome. Well done, Kelsey.
did, he did.
Haha.
More like 3.5.
And he didn't direct Madeline Stone Revenge. That's wow.
And Lucas says if you want to start watching spy movies, you can watch the one where Bond turns a woman into a closet because another woman is coming into the bedroom and just leaves her there until morning. Awesome. Gotta
That
love
sounds right up my alley. Thanks for that tip.
character analysis. Project. You did not even hear that question.
I remember enjoying that film, and so now it is.
I missed that
14-11.
question.
Ben
That's all
Bateman,
right.
huge
That's
2-point steal. Let's see if he can capitalize.
He answered it pretty quick, I don't think.
Mhm.
Would have had time.
From the wheel, not the pegs. He knows the drill. He gives it a
Let's
shot.
go.
I'm like, no. I'm
Let's
like,
go, man.
But he
Let's
has
go, man.
like half writing question answers down or not.
Movie release dates. Movie release dates. Movie release dates.
Are you dropping hints that that's what you've been working on, Kelsey? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I don't know. I just like
Yeah.
he's so good at them.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh!
Damn right you're keeping them bad.
I really that's awesome. That's good. I really want to see Bateman answer questions such as what year had the following 3 films? And it would be like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, one other movie and another movie. It would be like, I don't know, 1986 or something. I don't know.
Was Shutter Island.
I don't know.
Marty Scorsese, speaking of Shutter Island, he said some really shitty stuff about Marvel.
Big one. He pulls within one.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. Thank you, better.
This next answer.
Well-
Top Gun was released in
Oh.
what year?
What was that? Was it 1998? Is that what he said?
Yes.
Give me away 15 seconds.
I got that one right. I knew that one.
God, that Top Gun Maverick trailer. Woo. All right, Ben, your next question. Your penultimate one in movie release dates category. What year was The Trouble with the Curve released?
Ooh,
I don't know. Let's put a number.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Question.
Second one.
Do that. In what year was Trouble with the Curve?
isn't that the one close to Clint Eastwood? No.
I think
Yeah,
so.
the baseball one.
Is it? With Amy Adams.
Mhm.
Right, and I can't change it now.
Multiple choice. I can provide that. Is it A, 2012, B, 2014?
Well, the one I guess is not on there.
2014.
Doesn't
Me
matter
either.
area.
I was
in the
not.
general
I was,
area.
I was like too early.
I put 2011.
2012. Give him a point. He got it. He got it.
Takes the lead.
So now it's 16-14. Paul Preston hanging in. We're definitely going to have a highly contested round 3, but Ben Bateman can pad his lead right now if he can get this last question in the world of movie release dates. First question. What year did Akira Kurosawa's highly influential masterpiece Seven Samurai release into American theaters?
Oh, dang.
God, yeah.
I don't even know.
I think I might be in the wrong decade altogether. Who knows?
A, 1959. B, 1952.
I'm in the wrong decade. Okay.
Ah,
I put 1970.
I put 1961, so if it's 59, I'm
I'm gonna
close.
go with 50.
on,
I'm gonna go with 59. 59.
1959.
That is incorrect for a
No.
one steal Paul.
Don't get it,
Was
Paul.
it 1959?
This, yeah, I agree, Sadi. This question, wow, it's
Yeah.
but you know what? It's been pretty intense, that's for sure. This is a really
In movie release dates, that alone is newsworthy, and that pulls
1 point
within
lead
the
into
law
round
of
3.
Ben Bateman
Dang.
as we
Oh
head into
man,
round 3.
This is
getting
close.
nervous.
Wow, that was quite a round. You know, these guys know their stuff, but it's you start breaking it down.
I know.
We have a challenge.
A
Can Ben
little.
verbally issue a challenge?
His management team.
My manager?
His management team is yelling something
Yeah.
from the back.
Are we getting a challenge?
Okay. Is this going to be an official challenge?
Yeah, we're using the challenge.
We are doing a challenge. We'll be right back with a review.
What's the challenge? I guess they'll tell
I
us.
think the
But
answer.
No, okay. In that case, can you go back and rewatch it?
Great. We are back with our ruling. And
Chelsea, can we go back and rewatch it?
A number of different
We,
coming up to the
we don't know what they're talking about. So,
Well,
website. There's different
I think they're
websites
challenging which year it is.
dates for the first time that Seven Samurai made its appearance into American cinemas.
American cinemas. That's a big one.
1956.
Oh.
We can't go on one more than the other. So what we're going to do is ask Ben a
New question.
last question for his
Mm.
review in the world of movie release dates.
It's the only thing we can do.
Only thing.
Yep.
It could benefit Ben.
Yep. Good challenge, Ben.
Movieblog.net, but we didn't take that.
Especially with 4 movies.
What year saw Boris Karloff debut as Frankenstein and Bela Lugosi debut as Dracula in their respective movies?
There you go. 2 different movies.
Come on, Ben.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
1931.
2 points for Ben Bateman.
Woo.
Wow.
Ben, good challenge.
I was
Whoa,
only
that's
6
right,
years
yeah.
off.
I was off by like a decade.
This is why Davino is a good manager. This is why I picked him as my manager if I was playing.
Different setup. They say that's what some good managers do. I've never watched a
And you're right, Garth. Ben would have let it go. Danino on the sidelines really helped. Yeah, for sure. It's moments like that where you really appreciate having a manager on deck. That really can help motivate you and kind of really help you in those situations for sure.
3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points.
I guess I wonder, like, did Dagnino really know that? Like, how did he know? I can't imagine that Dagnino knew the answer.
I don't think
so,
it was
like,
that he knew. I think he knew that Ben was questioning it, and he encouraged him to challenge it.
Yeah,
got it.
Challenges are almost never used.
Yeah, people
No.
don't use them enough.
Yes. I feel like I wish they would come use them very much more consistently.
Heck, even if you think the answer is right and you just need like a moment to like regroup, challenge, and then you get a few minutes while they discuss things to regroup. Like people should use it for strategy too.
Management has woken up here in round 3. All right, Paul, Ken Knapsack will be asking you your questions. You chose number 4 for your 2-point question. Ken, what are you looking at?
Paul, your 2-point question will come in the category of action/adventure. Action-adventure. 2-point question. Peter Weir directed Russell Crowe and Paul Bettany in what 2003 film?
Master and Commander.
We'll accept that one. That's it. 2 points.
Wow. That was good. I didn't realize the movie came out in 2003. I feel like that was like a good 2005 or 6 movie.
Absolutely. You chose number 8. That category is Jodie Foster Pictures. Jodie Foster Pictures.
I like her.
3-point question. What 1976 comedy starring Jodie Foster and Barbara Harris was remade in 2003?
Wait, no.
Freaky Friday.
That's a correct
Oh,
three-point
awesome.
answer.
Let me get parents up. No, wait, that's not right.
All right.
If he would have said with Lindsay Lohan, I probably would have gotten it, but
Yeah.
Come on, Ben.
Successfully made it to round 3, although he will not be having a technical knockout here today. He's got to answer at least one trivia question right to force the 5-pointer from Paul Preston. Ben, you selected number 3 for your 2.
I pretty much been KO'd by this point, so I'm going to stop to making score.
Pixar movies. And your question: what is the first and last name of the one-eyed green monster voiced by Billy Crystal in Monsters Inc.?
I know them.
Mike Wazowski.
Matt Wazowski.
Man, that's a harder question.
Ben. Come on, Ben.
I'm currently watching Godfather, and I just learned.
2 points. Ben Bateman's back on top.
Go, Ben.
Paul Preston now is
That repeats, though.
at a 5-point question.
That's right. He chose number 14. Number 14. That category is horror pictures. I'm out of JT. You are out of JT rules. 5-point question in the category of horror. Paul Preston. Here we go. Who played the role of the husband whose wife cheats on him in the 1981 horror film
Oh man.
Possession?
I haven't heard of this movie.
Me either. I'll say
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Who played the role of the husband whose wife cheats on him in the 1981 horror thriller Possession?
Have not seen this movie, so I have no idea.
There. Matthew Jenkins.
hey Matt.
Says hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
Hi Matt. Hi Matt to you too.
Very new to the chat. Welcome to the Call to Action podcast. New fans, I hope.
Who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi? What's his name? That's my guess. Alec Guinness. That's my guess. I don't know.
Ben! Ben!
Wait. Go fucking person.
Sam Neill. All right, Kels, how much did you have?
Total? Okay, well, I got 6 in round 1, 4 in Preston's second round, 2 in Ben's second round, and 2 in Ben's third round.
Yeah.
Which is actually the best game I've ever played, so.
That's pretty good. I got 7 total, I think.
Yeah, I had 4 during the first round. Second round, I had 3 points in one, 2 points in the other. So clearly, I did not do well this match, unfortunately. I'm working on it. That was a fantastic match, though.
It was great. I knew it was going to be good, but it exceeded expectations.
Okay, status says we got to focus. Listen to the post-match interview coming up.
Oh, okay. Thanks, sorry. Thanks, girl. Focus, ladies.
Focus.
Focus.
I look really fun in that trailer, but.
Paul, tough match out there today. Obviously didn't go your way. What are your thoughts on this?
Clearly, I have a lot on my mind. First of all, I lost by a point, and they argued for getting a different question because 2 different answers came up, neither of which Ben guessed. Letting it go.
Fair enough.
There's a point. And clearly, I need a manager. So let the nuke know. But forget all that. I just want to say the fans of the Schmoedown are the most amazing people in the world. And for 6 months in this league to have people I don't know jump on Skype last night who make reaction videos and then come together to raise money so my wife and I can fight her bitch of a cancer. Was amazing, and Ben donated too, so it's incredible.
Not crying.
Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say that you've become such a fan favorite and such an important part of this family that we're with you in this. And however we can help you, any person in this room, any person online watching, they'll do everything they can to help you guys fight this.
No. Not ready.
I hear that now, and it's been made clear already. So.
We love you, Paul.
Oh, God.
Words from Paul Preston, realizing that today is about much more.
Oh, agreed. Lupus, onion, allergies. Yep. All in there. Tapping the up for some soup.
With Paul and Karen right now, and it's nice to see all the support that's coming his way. Please continue that support as they continue their fight and you enlist in the army that Paul and Karen have set up.
Yeah, absolutely. This is beyond the storylines, beyond the game, and there's power in team and community. And I haven't seen Jen Sturger cry since Cody called her bluff and said yes. So this is that's a powerful moment.
Now we go shout out to Dylan who put that together.
Yes, absolutely, Dylan.
Remember the Horsemen? There's 5 of them now. Ben Bateman.
I hate you so much sometimes, Ken. Oh, Ben, congratulations on a well-fought match. You burned through your last JTE. Did you think that he wasn't going to get his 5-pointer, or were you just taking that chance?
I just needed to be sure I had the right answer, and I've learned JTEs are worth points, so use them when you need them. And I had the name in my head. What if you say the other monster? You want to make sure you're right. So.
And now you're going to be facing Brendan the Kid in this tournament. Have you watched him play a lot?
Yeah, I know Brendan.
I'm so excited. I'm wearing my blazer too. I'm like, of course. No, I'm really excited, man. I've been a big fan of yours, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. And everyone, it's going to be great. I think you might have stolen my wallet once, but still a great manager. Great manager. And of course,
probably not wrong.
Of course, Dan, the GOAT. Amen.
So ready for this match.
He's right there. Sorry.
Did you need something or? Gotcha.
Excellent. Key word there, and it was fan. You know what? As you watch this match, you understand what a manager is for and a faction is for.
Yeah.
Mm.
One thing.
This draft coming up.
I'm wondering if Dan kind of nudged Dagnino to challenge. I'm kind of wondering that.
Get a zipper?
Like I said, Dagnino is a low-key great manager. If I were to be competing, who I'd pick for my manager. If for any reason he could just tell really good stories and distract me so I'm not stressing too on.
That means we're going to stay on the teams if our managers want us to stay there. So
Tom? But I want to know, why hasn't anyone said anything about what Tom is wearing? Tom?
I just said, oh gosh, Dagnino. That was kind of my input.
All gameplay aside, round of applause for those.
He looks like he's freshly waxed.
That's so right. And like we've already said, please, if you can afford it at home, please join us.
Is that a Valor jumper? Oh, whoopsie.
Of course it is, Danny.
And once again, you can check out our Facebook page, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. You can go to the fan page, where you can go to our Twitter feed and check out how you can help Karen and Paul continue their battle. Ken, when you look at this match, we have Ben advancing. We have Paul falling in a valiant effort in round number 2. What do you expect to see from Bateman and the Kid? That should be a fun matchup with a lot of plucky optimism.
Absolutely. Me in 7th grade and Ben's me in 8th grade when you realize you actually got to do this for real.
Junior high's very
Yeah, it is.
Age a lot this year.
No, I really do like the Kid. I not only is he a great performer and talented actor, but I think he knows his stuff. And with Bibbs in his corner, I'm sure they're going over stuff too. Do not look past the kid, and I know Ben Bateman does, but I think Ben is on a quest to prove something to himself and the league, and that's pretty powerful, even though those darn horsemen. Is Rocha still talking? No?
I
He
believe
wasn't even
Rocha
there for
is
that.
still
Okay.
doing a post-game interview somewhere. We are going to say thank you and good night. That is the Pit Boss Knapsack. Check out all of his Star Wars related material, including the audiobook version of Why We Love Star Wars. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. We'll see you real soon on the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Karen, Paul, we love you. We're with you.
All right.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh my God, look at Emma.
This is everything.
I have my Marvel Cinematic Universe disguise, and clearly Black Widow and Captain America have taught me all the wrong things. I mean, they're just wearing a hat and sunglasses. So what are you doing hiding in a cabinet and disguising yourself anyway? I thought you were Robert Meyer Burnett. I'm clearly not, but resemblance is uncanny. I don't know what to make of that statement. Why did you think I was? Why would you care if I was Robert Meyer Burnett? Without admitting to any criminal activity, I might be stalking him. Why?
Isn't that criminal activity?
Promised to match, as you know, after losing to Micah Spectacular. So, trying to make sure that he gets on the ball. Listen, I'm going to stop you right there. No need to worry about Robert Meyer Burnett. He is a thing of the past. No longer in charge. I thought you were telling me he died. No, I'm a little concerned by your flippant attitude towards death. Why? Okay, but so let's circle back. Okay, yeah. I have been sleeping in his dumpster far longer than I needed to. To me. Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, this is how fortuitous. Here we are.
Yep.
The division is definitely
I love her.
right now, so I totally understand why you've been having a tough time getting this match going, but I promise I will do everything in my power to make it happen, because as you say, you were promised that automatic rematch, and I wasn't the one that set that up, but I will carry through and make good on that. Well, a couple decades of ballet is being incredibly flexible, so I'll still hold you to it though. Okay, so I'll see you later. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Okay, where did Melissa go?
I know we lost her. We're supposed to debate. She's scared of me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just hang. We'll see. Let's see what we can do. Oh, there she is. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna add her to the screen. Oh, thank God. I was like, how can we have a Schmo bait without our other competitor? Okay, awesome. Okay, so before we get to our Schmo bait later, just in a few moments, I want to hear from you guys. Kelsey, Mel, what are your big takeaways from this match other than the amount of tissues that I needed today?
Yeah, I wish people would have warned us to at least have tissues handy before the match, because I had nothing.
I actually think someone in the chat, a few people in the chat actually mentioned, grab the tissues. It's going to be ready for it.
Oh, well, wish I would have known. Anyways, okay, the end of the match went the way I figured it would. I knew Ben was going to take it. However, once again, Paul just shows how scary he is. He is so strong of a competitor that I know we have not seen the last from him, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the next season, and also who drafts him, because I feel like he would probably be someone's going to pick quickly, because he is so strong as a competitor. But I'm happy to see Ben win. I am happy to see Ben play against the kid. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little scared for Ben, because the kid is pretty.
I'm good with that.
No.
Once again, getting derailed by.
No. Okay. You know what? Biases aside, you're right. I mean, it was such an awesome match, and you're right. Preston, he showed us not only how great of a competitor he is, but he's really, actually, I really kind of felt like he really brought up the ante in terms of his personality, not only with the entrance, which he was so good at, but, you know, with his feet was on the table. He had a little bit of heelness coming through. I'm not going to lie. So I wonder if we're going to get a little more of that next season. I'm super excited. Melissa, what was your big takeaways for this match?
So this is gonna sound real strange, but it felt effortless. So it's hard to appreciate what a great match it was because they both made it look so easy that it didn't feel like this like tense thing. It just like it was like just like I said, it just seemed kind of effortless. And I'm gonna like say for Paul, I kind of agree with him on the challenge situation where he challenged, but he didn't have the right answer anyway. So like the fact that he got another question, I don't know. I don't know if they'll have to kind of reconfigure how they look at those challenges because it's a legitimate complaint. And I think he kind of has a valid point there, but I'm glad that Ben won, obviously. And it was a great match that I don't think we'll appreciate until, maybe down the line, but yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's definitely it was a very solid argument for that challenge. I mean, and Kelsey, I know you really touched on it. Hardly anyone ever uses challenges. Competitors, I really wish would definitely take advantage of it and use it more, even if it's just to buy time, similar to a JTE rule, if absolutely necessary. And Melissa, right on the money in terms of getting using them efficiently for sure. Because, it is kind of a weird mishground because I can see both sides, absolutely. The answers were wrong, multiple choice, but he had the wrong answer anyway. So it's kind of moot point. Regardless, we are going to be moving on to our Schmo bait next. I actually have. So I want to tell you guys what a Schmo bait is. Kelsey, Melissa, this is your first time doing a Schmo bait. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what it is. Are you guys familiar with Screen Junkies movie fights by chance?
I am familiar with it. I have not watched much of it.
Okay, so Screen Junkies movie fights, if to our fans that are not familiar, it's when you are given a question. For example, I could ask which competitor has what Schmoedown entrance is the best we've ever seen in all of Schmoedown history. Both Kelsey and Melissa would have to make their own separate arguments. Now they're going to be timed. I'm not going to use my biases. I'm not going to say Guy is right of everything. I'm not going to vote for you for being Team Action just because I'm Team Action. You have to come up with pros. You have to be able to make counterpoints against the other person. Because if, for example, Kelsey, you can say Roka is the best player or the best entrances of all time, even though I would hate, and that is the worst answer ever. If you come up with more pros and cons than Melissa, and she can't give you any contradictions, you might win, and we can't have that happen. So pick your answers very wisely.
Oh man.
Okay.
Question. Can I pull a Dan Murrell and be moody and just like get the point because I'm cranky? Because that was a movie fight.
Nope, absolutely not.
So.
I'm not going to be biased. I'm not gonna go in your favor just because I like you. It's just not the way it's gonna be. Like I mentioned, also there are gonna be timed responses. You're gonna start with a 1 minute pitch. You pick your answer and give a 1 minute pitch. And then after that, you get 4 minutes to kind of go back and forth at each other. Now, you can't just talk over someone to justify your answer. You got to let the other person talk because you don't want to be a dick. Even though this is even though we're Team Action fans, even though we're called action, you can't be an asshole just because, even though we kind of are. Also, if you say something wrong, I'll dock points against you. If you say Roka was never a horseman, or if you say a guy ended up winning a singles belt, even though sadly he didn't, even though he did in our hearts, I would count that unfortunately wrong, and you got to do what you got to do. So again, okay, before we get our Schmo baits, begin, I am actually going to give a few weird questions, and I'm going to let you guys in the chat room decide. I have 2 questions, and you guys decide which one we should have our competitors go with today. Now, Kelsey and Melissa, you cannot give your answers, cannot choose your answers yet. We're going to have our viewers select it. Okay, so our question number 1.
Be nice.
Okay, question number 1. Question number 1 option is, what Schmoedown personality would you choose to be your partner in an intergalactic adventure? That's question number 1. So you would have to have that option. You have to come up with an answer for that potentially.
Okay.
Question number 2. Obviously, Garth, he does not have a belt, obviously, but it's just a complete hypothetical. Question number 2. If Schmoedown were to have an infomercial that were going to be debuted on cable, or whatever the fuck infomercials go on, what competitor or Schmoedown personality would you want to be the face of Schmoedown on TV worldwide? Okay, so we have a few viewers in the chats, and I want to hear from you. What questions do you guys want answered? Do you want to see debated between Melissa and Kelsey? And let's say this is a Schmo bait. So this is a Schmoedown themed debate between our wonderful competitors. Okay, so let us know what you think. Do you want intergalactic time traveler, or do you want an infomercial? Which one do you want? I don't know. Kelsey, which one do you prefer?
I like the intergalactic one as a sci-fi fan, so that would be my vote.
Okay, and what about you, Melissa?
I think I'm leaning infomercial. Can this be our debate? We'll just debate the question.
You know what?
Debate the question for the next episode. Who else can answer it? Let's debate the question.
Let's see. We have Frank Janish. He says the second one, the infomercial one. That would be pretty interesting, especially to seeing as Schmoedown is expanding, especially with Schmoedown Entertainment Network being so kick-ass. Danny also votes in the infomercial as well. Danny says infomercial. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Lucas says infomercial. So obviously we have to go in the other direction. So
clarification: does it have to be one person, or could it be a
one
team?
personality?
One personality. Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
Absolutely. I encourage. Do you guys have any more final questions before we get into this?
I still don't know the answer. Okay, I think I have my answer if we're doing the second one.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not the same as Melissa's.
All right. Okay, we're gonna get started here. And so you guys.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yes.
If they are retired but still active in the Schmoedown.
Totally.
Okay.
Any Schmoedown character, competitor, or personality. Doesn't even have to be a competitor. Okay. You can make Daniel Radford your face if you really want to.
Got it.
He's amazing, so I wouldn't blame you. All right, fantastic. So we're gonna go with infomercials. It seems like that's what our audience is really looking for today. So again, the question is, what Schmoedown personality character would you want to be the face of the Schmoedown Entertainment Network if Schmoedown were to be an infomercial on cable, on TV, everywhere? If it was an infomercial that was going to be on the Super Bowl, who would you want to be the face of Schmoedown as it is? Okay, and again, we're going to start with a quick pitch, and I want to know your answers real quickly. Kelsey and Mel, who do your answers be?
I picked Makuga.
Makuga? Mm-hmm. Interesting answer. I'm excited to hear your debate. Okay, and Melissa, what would your answer be?
Clark Wolf.
Clark Wolf. Interesting. Fantastic. Okay, that's going to be great. And I agree, Justin, obviously. Andrew, Guy. Fuck, yes. Let's do it. Okay. All right. And Frank Janet says there's really one answer to this. Ken Knapsack. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. And we're gonna, since Kelsey, you answered first, we're
Oh,
gonna
no.
start with you first. Is that something you're okay with?
I'm okay. Yeah.
All right, you're gonna get 1 minute on the clock.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
1 minute on the clock to give your pitch why Makuga deserves to be the face of Schmoedown Entertainment Network. And you're gonna be timed and go.
All right. Well, why the reason I think Bakuga would be great as a spokesperson for Schmoedown if it was to be an infomercial is just how infectious his personality is. You can't dislike Bakuga. I can't think of anyone who, when he's in his wild man persona, would be like, that guy's boring. I don't want to go watch him for an hour on an episode. So I feel like he has broad appeal that would bring in more viewers. Plus, it's also a very accurate representation of what personalities are kind of like on Schmoedown, that they're loud, they're rambunctious,
30 seconds.
They can be like a little bit crazy, but yet also he could also make comments about, come see me, just Bakuga it, because I am a good guesser and things. So I don't know. I just think he would be a great way to kind of introduce people into Schmoedown, fall in love with it by falling in love with him first, because he is just such an infectious personality to watch on screen. And then who knows, maybe like Harloff could like scare him really quick and he could go full on scary mode and it would make everybody interested in watching.
Stop. That was your very first pitch. Kelsey, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm going to go pass out now.
Nope.
Good job.
Okay. All right. So Alex says just the opposite. Makuga exhausts me. So, my fellow Alex, I can definitely understand where you're coming from. I also wrote down some notes as well. I'm excited to see your points as you kind of contradict Melissa. And Melissa, I'm excited to see your answer as well. All right. So just some initial reactions from some others. Lucas says, we all know the real answer is Dagnino. Okay, babe, you're just wrong.
What are we selling, Lucas? That's the question.
That's not true. Makuga is a hit or miss as a host. Great for the Room of Mirror Collider Live. Okay, I pick Ellis because he would have famous friends pop in. Interesting answer. Okay, so that is your first pitch. Melissa, let's hear it from you. And let me just get the title. Ready? And you have 1 minute on the clock. Go.
Okay, so I chose Clark, partly inspired by her work on the desk. I feel like her personality comes across as very warm, inviting, someone that you would like to have a conversation with, but maybe wouldn't be like too overwhelmed by personality-wise. She comes across as very intelligent, very articulate. She just kind of has that personality that you would really trust her. I think she also really appeals to both men and women. So when you're looking like at the demographics, obviously she's very beautiful, but she also seems like the kind of person that would be your friend next door or your friend at the PTO meeting or something. She just kind of has that every woman kind of personality that I think could appeal to a lot of people. So that's kind of why I chose her. I guess I'll kind of expand on it shortly, but that was my decision.
3, 2, 1, and you're done. Fantastic. That was a great pitch, you guys. Seriously, Melissa. I was a little surprised with Clark Wolf as your suggestions, but you definitely, it was a really great pitch as well. I was definitely convinced from both of you guys. And something I noticed is that both of you guys have very similar pitches. Both comes down to personality. Both of them are not boring. They're just like have very different personalities in their approach to this infomercial. But also, Makuga, like you mentioned, Kelsey, it's more about a really great energetic introduction into Schmoedown, right? Versus Wolf is much more of an intelligent approach as well, much more user friendly, essentially for both males and females, which is definitely another point as well. Okay, so now you have 4 minutes to argue, pro and con each other, contradict each other. Let's see what happens. And ready and go.
Okay. So my argument against Clark is that, okay, Clark is great, but she is also very calm, very mellow. Boring's not the word, but I just don't feel like she will engage people and bring them in, because it'd be almost like a PSA announcement, like, hey, we're going to tell you not to do drugs, because she is just so, almost too eloquent in the way she talks. I love Clark, but I just don't feel like that's an accurate representation of what Schmoedown as a whole is. It's a part of it, but that doesn't bring you into knowing there's characters like Dagnino in there who is going to just be silly and crazy. The Wildberries, it just gives you a false representation of what Schmoedown is, and I feel it would bring people in and give them different expectations than what they're actually going to get when they start watching it. Makuga with his flamboyant outfits, his energy, his humor, his laughter, his pitching himself as a Jeopardy host. I feel like that's Schmoedown. That's Schmoedown I started watching. It's still here today, and I feel like that's what's going to get people into watching the show.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I can kind of see where you're saying that. My other choices was Makuga as well. My first choice was actually Scott Mantz because he's just like so wildly out there. But then I really kind of dialed back and thought like they would maybe be just a little bit too much for a viewer. Like they would be really exciting for the first like 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And then they would probably be like, okay, this is just like way too much. So that's kind of why I steered away from those personalities and kind of came to this. Now, as far as Clark, I would say like if you look at some of her entrances, like her You'll Float 2 entrances and some of those horror entrances she did, I feel like she could inject some personality into the infomercial if she was given like maybe each little segment she has a different like costume on or something. Like I feel like she could add like variety into it without overwhelming the viewer with just like coming at you so much that you're just like done.
But like with Big Bakuga though, so Clark is just like so quiet. She's by herself. She's not working off of other people. She has to keep someone engaged by herself. Clark's great banter back and forth. Can she engage people by herself? Makuga, remember how he used to do this like fantasy league stuff at the end? He can handle just going off, talking, engaging you on screen for long periods of time. So I just feel like he's already kind of got experience in this and he can tweak it and bring it to the table for being like in a commercial or infomercial to bring Schmoedown fans to the league. I feel like if Clark was on there, she would give everyone the facts. Like, here's what we do. This is why. This is how long you should watch. He will be like, this is why we love Schmoedown. This is the energy that you will get at live events every time you watch on a match. This is what to expect with Schmoedown. Welcome to the family. Get ready to deal with this chaos because even the more timid characters in the show,
and
there's still chaos.
We have 1 minute left. We have 1 minute left. And before, while we have this 1 minute remaining for the debates, I'm going to go ahead and issue a challenge as well.
Okay.
I want you to describe said infomercial. Okay. Makuga, how would it be? How would the stage be? You, like the idea of an infomercial is that you're not only selling a product or a service or whatever the situation is. You're in that case, you're kind of selling yourself, obviously, which is what our infomercial host would be doing. So the challenge is, how would it look like? Like, how would it engage the audience specifically? Okay, and again, this is really fast. So if you have any bullet points in particular, you need to whip it out real fast because you have 1 minute remaining. Melissa, Kelsey, you got it. Your fans are excited. They're backing you up. Melissa has a better answer. Kelly's argument is solid. Whammy. Melissa was backpedaling. Kelsey caught off her guard. Woo! Throw a punch. Danny. Oh, okay. So you got some fans up in here. You're the reason why we use Jocelyn to warm up the crowd at some of the live shows. You're not wrong for sure. Okay, so but you have Clark needs someone to bounce off of. So, you both have several fans in your corners. So you got a lot of support surrounding you, Melissa and Kelsey. You got 1 minute left. Let's see who the winner is. Go.
Okay, so for Josh, definitely, I think we would do it at a stage like at a live event. No audience because they're off screen, just have a laugh track. Have him come on in his amazing suit and be like, are you guys ready to see wrestling, movie trivia combined into this spectacular event? Just doing his full-blown Makuga yelling. Who knows? He can spin the wheel and break it and it'd be funny on camera. And just his mad energy explaining like just the basics, what Schmoedown is, where it came from, where it's going, what to expect. I feel like just on the live stage background would just kind of set people up for this excitement and kind of bring in more of like the wrestling vibe, which would be
Melissa. I know, sorry to put you up here, Melissa, Kelsey, but say Melissa, go ahead.
Okay, so what I would envision would be Clark just kind of showing different clips from the Schmoedown, from the Star Wars, maybe her glow match, just all these different matches that can kind of pull different segments in, not just wrestling fans, because some people might look at that and be like, I'm not really into wrestling, this isn't my thing. But I think if she shows different clips and she laughs and uses her warm personality,
5, 4,
I think that
3,
she could
2,
interest some people.
1. And stop. That was great, guys. How do you guys feel about your first match? Schmoedown.
I feel better now that it's over. I'm like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's not more scary, right? I know when I introduced it to you guys, let you guys know that we were doing it. I know you guys were like, what? Yeah, but now that's out of the way, you guys feel better?
Yep.
Would you guys play, and that's it. Would you guys play again?
Yes.
Probably.
Because Paul and James, they're desperate for another match. And actually,
put me against
James. I'm in.
Put me against
we
James.
both want to play James.
Like to get involved. Once he heard, he was like, "Why the fuck am I not on this? I need to be on this right now." So, but absolutely, you guys come up with some really solid infomercials for the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Specifically, starting with Kelsey. You mentioned specifically. He's really energetic. He has a lot of TV experience, not only just TV, but being with Collider live events as well. He's used to working a crowd by himself. I was like, also on top of that, Clark, it's like you mentioned specifically that, you know, she's calm, collected. She's able to work well under fire. Specifically, she's great with entrances. She's able to be really great with costumes, and she works well with a lot of people. She's able to create chemistry with a lot of her co-stars or co-hosts or whatever the situation is. Now, I did know something specifically, Mel, you brought up the glow match. In particular, that's one of the, I did look it up. It's actually one of the highest viewed Schmoedown matches that we've ever had. So you can argue that she does definitely pull in a higher rating, specifically just because by connection, she does have more connections to celebrities. And by extension, we can introduce more celebrities into Schmoedown as a whole. Now, you did not contradict each other. You did kind of bounce off each other a little bit. Melissa, you actually said Makuga might be too aggressive. He brings a lot of alcohol, and that's definitely appealing, obviously, to us. But as an introduction, is that too much? Is he too aggressive? Is he a little too wild for it to be wild man for an infomercial? But also, Kelsey, you said as well, Clark, she might be a little too soft, might be a little too boring. So complete opposite of the spectrum. Okay, so but she's also, whereas she's not used, she doesn't do as many live matches. She's more as a competitor rather than there as entertainment, like Makuga. Okay, so just to hear from some of our viewers, we have Danny saying, if I can clip it, that'd be great. Put me against Paul, let's go. Okay, I'm excited to see that. Eric says, I wouldn't choose either of them, but Makuga is definitely a stronger choice. Okay, interesting. Fantastic ladies match for sure. I agree. Okay, again, Ben, maybe I was a guess in the next one. Shmo Bateman. Oh, get out of here, Gar.
Love it, Gar.
Get the fuck out. Danny, our other Danny as well says great picks. I totally agree. Just do something where everyone is against it.
I'll sign up.
Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely. Lucas, you're a great idea, man. That's for sure. Okay. Now, you guys, our fans, anyone involved, we want to hear from you guys. Like I mentioned, we went over the pros and cons, but I want to hear from you specifically what you think. Do you think we should go in support of Kelsey, or do you think Melissa should win? Which one do you think, Sabrina? Okay, and so we're gonna let this go for just a few minutes, and Amina, I'll just go ahead and you can post in here if you like. Also, you can choose on Twitter what team you prefer. Do you vote Makuga or do you vote Clark? Let's see what happens. And again, this is not all about personal biases, what competitor you just prefer, which one you think is a better time or whatever. It's about these two ladies being badass with their pros and cons and contradictions. has a Schmoebates here at Call to Action.
No Bates.
All right. Oh my gosh, my butt is sore. Oh, it's this chair. I have no padding on this chair. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it on Twitter right now. Okay. All right. You guys chat it up. I'm going to make this post on Twitter because I'm slow.
All right. Well, that was nerve-wracking. How do you feel? Do you feel like you're going to go take a nap now? Because that's where I'm at. Or need a, shot or two?
No.
No, you're okay.
No, but I was thinking elsewhere. So Jake, I don't know if he's in the chat, but this isn't an official ladies' night, but he did create a really cool ladies' night logo for us. So if you don't see it in here, it's not really an official ladies' night, but thank you so much for that logo, Jake.
Yep, we are working on it. Hopefully soon on nights like this, we will have not only our logo right here where my hand is, but in the background with all of our social media contact information. So it's coming. Stay tuned. Because ladies' night is going to grow as a thing. Like I definitely foresee it being more regular, more having us on here, having Danny come in, hopefully some female competitors because we love having them on, and it will be great when we start doing it a little bit more regularly. Because that's one thing I have heard feedback from you guys when I've met you guys at live events or talked to you guys through like personal messages and stuff is that you enjoy ladies' night. I would like to see more of it. So we are working on it. We hear you. We have plans.
Yes. Yep. So that's really all I have to say. Vote for Kelsey. Vote for Kelsey. She was a little bit more passionate about. You're convincing. I was just like,
come on, give yourself some credit. Okay? Here's the thing: an actual debate. Like I was in debate club. You were more they're expecting the debate where you're like more level-headed and clear, and I'm more just like you would be like this and this.
It is up and going.
All right, go vote.
Anyone, please check out on Twitter. You can
Twitter.
vote on here. You can vote on here on the chat. Please vote on there. And heck, ladies, you can vote for yourselves. Just saying on Twitter. Okay. Just want to drop that little note.
No.
Vote for each other. Vote for yourself.
I can't do it.
And yeah, but this is fantastic. Okay, so we have some other people asking where the heck is the White Claw? Where's the claw?
Didn't you hear there's like a national shortage because we drank way too much on camera and drank way too much in New York and drank even more in Arizona?
Absolutely.
Orlando, we're coming for you. Bring the White Claw.
Oh my gosh, the amount of White Claw I'm going to be consuming. I'm actually going through a withdrawal because I'm not going to be drinking Claw until Orlando.
Yep.
Spectacular. I tried. It's like last night I went to a wedding and I ended up just drinking a few beers. And I had like a whiskey sour or something. And the entire time I was thinking to myself, I really want a Claw, like right now. Where's my Claw?
They really need to get around to sponsoring us.
Why isn't it a thing that? Why where's our sponsor? We need to know.
We talk about you every freaking episode.
Yeah.
People tag us in everything.
Okay, so we have some people in the votes, and so far, we're gonna let it go for another like 3 or 4 minutes. Guys, there's a handful of you that are on here right now. Why aren't you voting? Why aren't you voting on Twitter? What the flippity fuck? Where are you at? And as of now, we have several votes in. I was like with Kelsey is in the lead with Makuga, and Melissa. It's like you're just a wee bit lower with Clark Wolf. So we're gonna give it just a few more minutes before we make our final decision. Eric, you voted on Twitter. That's why you're on my
Good job, Eric. Thank you.
You're so awesome. Fantastic. And it's like, and Justin, you voted as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's not to mention, you always bring up like really awesome hot takes on the Schmoedown Facebook pages. I think
really good conversations. It's
really great conversation starters. I haven't like new approaches to like answers I haven't thought about. And I was like, damn, it's a great question. All right. You can't keep voting. You know what? You know. Okay. Garth says he voted on Twitter. I saw that, Garth. Thank you so much. And Danny, he also voted. We appreciate it. So again, we have another 2 minutes to go before we make it. And so if you're watching this, get your ass down there on Twitter and get the votes. Get the votes going.
Get the votes going.
Do you guys have any like big predictions? It's like any big predictions coming up for the rest of the tournament?
I feel at this point it's going to be Mike and Ben in the final. That's kind of now where I kind of see it going, which will be amazing match. Like that's kind of what I had in my initial bracket, and then I kind of got a little turned off from Mike with the flash answer that has gone.
Kalinowski's going to be going up against, I want to say, Roca, correct?
Yeah, which
yes,
he's got it.
Yeah, and that's going to be an intense match for sure.
I'm really surprised that there has not been a ton of smack talk. There was like a couple of weeks ago, but like in the last few days, there has not been as much smack talk between Roca and Kalinowski as I would have expected. So I'm kind of
match dropping. Do you guys know?
Well, I think it's Monday for Patreon, but I don't know about. So I mean, I would have expected it to be kind of going by now. So I don't know.
We shall see. It's going to be a pretty intense match. Not gonna lie, I'm really excited. I just really want to see Roca taking down a few pegs.
Yeah,
more than
more
than I'm excited for like Kalinowski to kick ass and everything. I'm just really excited for Roca.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am too. We all know how we feel about Roca.
Yep. We're not quiet about our opinions of Roca.
Did you, Kelsey, did you ever consider using Roca as your choice?
For the infomercial?
Yeah.
Thing? He didn't even cross my mind. No.
Well, I mean, who are some of your like runner-up suggestions?
I thought about Roca for like a half a second because I thought if I could sell Roca, that would like be like if I could sell that, that's pretty good. But I just couldn't do it.
That's what happened.
We're not allowed to do positive things about Roca.
What happened? I don't know.
Pulling your jams. But yeah, so Mance was my runner-up. But how about you, Kels?
I had a hard time even coming up with Makuga for that answer. I was struggling. I just kind of pulled him out. I was really hoping for the space travel one because I was going to have this whole story with Dagnino because that's who I was going to pick, and it was going to be great. And then you guys voted against that. And I'm like, oh shit! Now I got to think of something commercial.
Yeah.
So that was just me pulling something out of my butt. So
now, if I were competing myself, I honestly would have said either Bateman. Even though I'm not Team Bateman, I would have either said Bateman or Kalinowski. Specifically, just because they both have they're really great. Like when it comes to like the scenes and everything, they're really great with showmanship. They're really great with personalities. They're comfortable on screen. Obviously, they're no stranger to being on the camera, working under pressure, being in front of a crowd. But also, I mean, they're obviously like top-notch players. So, and they're both like, let's face it, they're both like attractive guys. I guess. Whatever.
Melissa's face.
And also, to say, I would think that Melissa say positive things about Roca. We want to know how much money would it take for you to say positive things about Roca?
I am not a hoe. I will not say it would take $20 million, and I would have to be.
Heck,
I don't know.
I bet we could start a GoFundMe for $20 million just for that. We're a really tight-knit community.
All right. So, yeah, it's actually been more than several minutes, guys. We've had so many votes on here on Twitter, so thank you so much for voting. We really appreciate for this episode as we like really kind of experiment and try these new segments on call to action on this episode featuring Schmoebait specifically. So Schmoebait, make that a thing, please. Okay, and so our winner with 73% on Twitter is Kelsey with Makuga.
Woo! Thank you.
That was
appreciate the love.
It was really, really solid. It was actually really close, very consistently throughout, except for like the last like minute or so. I saw like move around quite a little bit. And Melissa, even though technically you didn't win, you did so great. I know you said earlier in like the group chat that you
were very nervous about it. You shouldn't have been.
So awesome. At first, I was like, when I heard Clark, I was like, woof. Unintended. But it was, I mean, that was a solid argument. I was like, yeah, you know what? I really would be all for Clark being on this episode. Okay. All right. So, you guys, that wraps us up here at Call to Action as we reacted to the Paul Preston, Ben Bateman episode. So, thank you so much for joining us today. And we not only do that, we do a Schmoedown episode. But also, before we head out, I want to know from you guys, you know, what questions you want to see your competitors argue? What weird questions do you have? Kelsey, Melissa, I want to hear from you guys also. I mean, like some weird ass questions that you guys want to see like answered. You know,
I have one.
Let's hear it.
Which competitor would you watch an entire TV season of being Amish?
You know what? It's weird. I love it. I want it. I want it right now. Let's do it. Amish paradise. Yes. Oh, fantastic. And what about you, Kelsey?
I don't know. Maybe like which competitor would you like to be like stuck in an elevator with for 7 hours? Because then you get to be like, you have to like try to not
all know the answer to that,
or just keep you company.
No, we don't, Melissa. Let's not make it exciting.
Okay, because it's gonna get inappropriate.
Garth is asking the question, possible question: what player personality would you want to go on a road trip throughout the U.S.?
Kind of the same idea I was having.
Yeah,
a long time with one person.
That is a fantastic question. Really wonderful question. And you guys, please tweet at us. What questions do you want to see our competitors really debate? Weird stuff. Like I said, which one would you like to fight, you know, galaxy invaders with and time travel with and shit like that? I don't know. I don't care. I just want to hear the weird stuff. Let's do it. Kelsey, where can we find you?
You can find me at KelseyKins90 on Twitter and Instagram. I also run the Call to Action podcast Instagram. I'm trying to get better at posting on there. I have some ideas of things to do on there, so keep it up. Also, TeePublic, we have merchandise, and we should soon maybe have Ladies Night merch. Keep an eye out for it. So you can find us on TeePublic. Just search for Schmoedown, and we come up.
Damn, Kelsey, you're a boss-ass bitch. I love it. And Melissa, where can we find you?
I am on Facebook on Call to Action, Action Army, Movie Trivia Schmoedown pages. So that's really about it. So I guess you can PM me if you ever need any information.
Wonderful. Okay, we have some fans that are saying it's been a great episode. Sorry, my cat is really bothering me. But thank you so much. You can find me. I'm Alex Mac, Mac Daddy, all over the Facebook pages. I help assist with as admin to a handful of competitors, and you know, check out our Facebook page as well. We actually have a fan page, so please check us out. I mean, we like to stay interactive with a lot of our viewers, a lot of the fans and everything, because you guys are so amazing. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
You're like family to us, guys. Like seriously.
Really. Not to mention you guys in Orlando and New York and Chicago. So good. I can't wait to see more of you guys here in the upcoming few months. Wonderful. But that's it. We sign off. Thanks again. And
hashtag Schmoedown Nashville.
Hashtag Schmoedown Nashville.
Bye.
Now we can be awkward.